Greetings people, 'tis I, 480 volts, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. Today, we are going to be beginning one of the most polarizing games in the Final Fantasy franchise, if not the most polarizing game. This game came out in 2009, and it certainly turned a lot of heads when it first came out, and to this very day, there are a lot of people that don't quite know what to do with it. If you go into a forums discussion where anybody's talking about this game, no matter how positive it is, no matter how many people say they love this game, you scroll around the comments, you'll find somebody who outright disgusts this game with every fiber in their being, and it's their mission to let you know about it. Now, what does 480 think? I like this game. Now, basically because it's a Final Fantasy game, I pretty much am guaranteed to love it. But I can definitely see why this game may not be everyone's cup of tea. Formula's a little different this time around. It kind of goes back to the Final Fantasy X formula where everything was very linear. In some instances, I would say it's even worse. Because in Final Fantasy X, you could at least go back to a lot of old areas. This game, you kind of can't. At least not until a certain point in the game. Speaking of which, I plan to get every single optional mission in this game. I'm not going for all the trophies, that's too dang much. And I'm not going for like max stats, max Crystarium, max weapons, all of that good stuff. Nah, that's too much. We'll stick with the optional missions. That's gonna take a lot of time. It's basically the hunts of Final Fantasy XII. Yeah, we'll do that. And I gotta make something very clear. I know this game's polarizing, and I know there are plenty of people that don't like it. I'm gonna say this right now. If you don't like this game, that's fine. You wanna let everybody know in the comments how much you don't like this game, that's fine, but do it in an intelligent way. I don't wanna see like people just dogging on the game for no reason and not really providing, a good, intelligent reason. Like make it civil, keep it educated. And I say that because, I've had, I've asked a few questions about this game, in the past. I've been like, hey, how do I do this? How do we do that? And some people would be like, well, what you do is you just take the game and you throw it into the trash because it's worthless. Like, I don't want to see that kind of stuff. You're allowed to say you don't like the game, that's fine, but make it sound intelligent. Regardless, welcome everybody to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII. Yes, now this is, the game came out on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. And a few years later it came out on the PC for Steam. We're going to be playing the Steam version. And this is a game that I have struggled with Let's Playing for a long time because the Steam version, unfortunately it's a flimsy port and it has a lot of trouble. So before I even begin the game, I just want to point a few things out. If you have, first off, Xbox users, you're able to play this game because I think you're able to play this game on modern day Xbox. So it's like some kind of backwards compatibility thing, so you're good. Non-Xbox users, yeah, if you don't have a PS3, there's really no other way for you to play this game aside from the PC port, because of just about every Final Fantasy game, at least in the mainline series, has seen some sort of re-release, whether it's a remake or a remaster or what, and this game has not. Also, this is the first game in a trilogy, the Final Fantasy XIII trilogy. There's Final Fantasy XIII 2, and there's Final Fantasy XIII Thrice, or XIII 3, or Lightning Returns, or whatever it's called. Those games are not available but for their original hardware or on the PC. And the hope is that one day Square Enix will remaster them for modern day console. But, we've been waiting for that for a very long time. We haven't gotten it. This game is older now. It is now older than Final Fantasy X was when this game first came out. So I just wanted to throw that in there to make you feel old. So, you have to, I'm playing the PC version, which has its own share of flaws. Frame rate's a little stuttery at times, game's prone to crashing, and for some reason the controller doesn't rumble. So I, like a lot of other people, have downloaded the Fix mod that fixes a lot of that. It smooths the frame rate out, makes it run at an almost consistent 60 frames per second, except for cutscenes for some reason. It also makes the controller rumble, and it just makes everything a smoother experience. I'm also playing this on the Valve Steam Deck, so that alone makes it a little bit more stable, but even so, I've still had performance issues in the past, but I think I've got them worked out now. I did a test run of this entire game. We should be good. Now, these are the settings that I like to have. I like my camera on inverted Y-axis. That's how I had it in Final Fantasy XII. That's just how I'm used to it. Event subtitles are on. Speaker names, I need to set those to on as well. I don't need to, but I want to. Now, the battle difficulty, you can set to easy or normal. I'm gonna have it on normal because I'm gonna play it hardcore. Listen, if you want to play it on easy, I have no judgment whatsoever. First time I played this game, it was on easy. I honestly didn't notice a difference between the two. Battle speed, I'll keep on normal as opposed to slow. I'll have default battle command auto battle, and target selection I'll have from list. Battle help messages can be on. Now, keyboard type, I'm using a controller. I'm using a PlayStation controller. Again, another problem with the PC port is that for some reason, controller is supported, but on-screen prompts are going to be keyboard language for some reason, so you just have to translate it in your mind. Like when it tells you to press the enter key, you want to press the X button on your PlayStation controller, or the A button on your Xbox controller, or whatever. So there's little things you got to keep on your mind. Oh, it's going to show. Oh, I don't want to do that. I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, and I think that's all. First time you boot this game up for you PC users, you'll get a little dialog box that'll give you some settings to go through. And the main one you're gonna notice is the windowed resolution. Well, it's gonna ask you if you want to play it in a window or do you want to play full screen. And it's gonna ask you your resolution. Do you want to do 1980 by 1080, or sorry, 1920 by 1080p, or do you want to do 1280 by 720? And for the sake of stability, I would advise the 1280 by 720. That's what I've got it set to. Let's begin. Oh, and I would also advise, if you have this on Steam, disable the option to automatically back up your save files in the cloud. I've heard a lot of people say that for some reason can cause stuttering or crashing. So disable that, and hopefully you're able to play this game and enjoy it as I am. Let's begin a game. I'll do normal mode. Yes, I'm gonna do this. I can change this at any time. See, it says press the escape key. It's the triangle button on the PlayStation controller. Just something you gotta get used to. But let's begin this. I like that opening. I like that music too at the title screen. That piano piece. Not as good as To Zenarkin, but we'll take what we can get. The main composer of this game actually did some of the music for Final Fantasy X. He was one of the special forces that Nobuo Uematsu brought in. He composed.
13 days
hang on a minute.
We awoke, with the beginning of the end.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'll talk more about that later. So we're starting off with a train. Anyway, that guy, he composed the music to Besaid Island in Final Fantasy X, which is one of my favorites. So yeah, I mean, the music in this game's quite good. But man, this game, the graphics, oh my gosh. Well, okay, this right here is pretty lazy compared to everything we've seen, but these graphics they look good for today's standards, and just back then they were absolutely unreal. I mean, this was just so high tech, so advanced.
You serious?
Be quiet.
I'm always serious.
Best of luck.
Some guy named Saz and some girl named Lightning. Probably nobody important. Oh, it looks like we hit a bump in the road. Wonder where this train was taking us. Oh, she knows karate. Yeah, this game takes place in a much more futuristic setting than what do you call it? Final Fantasy XII did. Although she kind of reminds me of Princess Ash. Oh, okay, he's got a chocobo in his afro. I don't know if that's a great place to keep one, but whatever. Actually, that guy is pretty much my favorite character in the entire game. Although this girl is pretty sick. Yeah, she kind of reminds me of Ash from Final Fantasy XII.
So far, so good. Good for them.
Good for them. Even her voice. I mean, golly, look at these graphics. This is just unreal. This was one of the best looking games on the system. It's part of the reason why the PC port is so flimsy. The in-game graphics, okay, they looked amazing back then. Nowadays, they're like, okay, you know, I've definitely seen better, but these FMV cutscenes still look unreal. But yeah, I like this sort of futuristic setting we've got going on here. And this music is glorious. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like we're running at 60 FPS right now. We'll get there, I promise you. For some reason, cutscenes are a little choppy. And there's like 3 different kind of cutscenes too. There's your FMV, which we got, and then you have what seems to be in-game graphics, but even they chug a little bit. And then there's like another in-game setting where it just runs at a consistent 60 FPS, maybe 59. Nice robotic scorpion you got going on there.
Run! I've been away!
Yeah, that's my favorite character right there. He's hilarious. He gets all the best lines. See, now we got some 60 FPS going on. So yeah, the graphics definitely a little dated by today's standards, but the FMV cutscenes just still look amazing. And like, she's like, bring it on. When a giant robot scorpion faces you down, you don't act rational.
What do we do?
Watch and learn.
She seems like she's ready for war. She got a sword and everything. Alright, so our first battle, we're controlling Lightning and Saz. Now it's gonna give us a tutorial, active time battle tutorial. And I'm actually going to view the tutorial. Normally I frown on forced tutorials, and this is not forced. But if I view it with you, I'll be able to explain things a little bit easier, because it'll go at a guided pace. So first thing, the ATB gauge. We have multiple ATB gauges in this game. Characters perform actions by expanding charge ATB gauges. Yes, okay. Obviously select commands and they execute the commands, but we have, so we can select auto battle to set up the game will just choose some commands for us, or we can select abilities to specifically decide what we want to do, or we can use items. So it's going to tell us to use auto battle, so I'm going to do that. So you can see how Lightning's ATB gauge is big enough to fit 2 command bars in it. So that means that she is going to attack twice. So this is all, okay, so it allows me to choose the target, which is the, I was trying to pause it, the Manasvin Warmech. So yeah, I'm just gonna really just select it. You select the target, and then as the ATB gauge charges up, when it reaches the end, yeah, it's that simple. But trust me, it'll get much more complicated later on. Fall down, I mean fall back.
Not so tough now, huh? Hey, that wasn't like a challenge now, alright?
That's why I love this guy. Time to go! I'm coming, Elizabeth! Oh, I thought she was gonna catch him. And the Chickabo's like, let's do it again!
This thing won't give up.
Alright, we fight it again! Alright, I don't think we have any tutorial now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go. So again, yeah, so for now I'm gonna select auto battle, select the target, and let Lightning lay waste. Now Saz, I'm not controlling him. He has an AI. He does his own thing. Okay, that thing hurts, but it's not so bad. I can handle that. And that little bar above or below the enemy name, don't worry about that. That's very important, but I'll explain it later. We don't need to worry about it now. Okay, if that thing hits me again, I'm gonna need to heal up. I think I have potions in my inventory. I'm so used to having more options. Okay, that's probably gonna hurt. I probably should have healed up. Okay, time to heal up. Let's go into items, select a potion, of which I have 10. Now the nice thing about potions, they hit all of your characters, so that's really sick. But we killed the thing. And you get stars for how fast you beat the battle. This guy, if you can beat him in under 2 minutes and 6 seconds, which I did, you get 5 stars. That's not terribly important, but I got 6 potions. Alright, you done? Alright, did we win? Did we beat the game? I think we beat the game.
Oh goodness. Woo. We did it.
You're getting too old for this shirt. I like how her gun, like, folds up.
You supposed to protect civilians, soldier?
Soldier?
I mean, you are Sanctum, aren't you? What are you doing trying to stop the purge? Why don't you tell me that?
I was a soldier.
The Purge?
Hey, where do you think you're going? Man. Chocobo, just can't catch a break, can we? Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, you speak Chocobo now?
Better follow her.
The Hanging Edge.
I'm getting too old for this.
He's getting too old for this. There's a lot of things to talk about that the game will sorta not do a good job of explaining. Okay, first, I don't need to see the camera control scheme. Right control, yeah, whatever. I don't need to see all that. Right control stick. There we go. This doesn't feel right. This does not feel right. I think I have my camera settings all messed up. Now, let me go to inverted x-axis. I think that's how I typically do it, right? There we go. That feels better. That's how I had it in Final Fantasy XII. It's just how I'm used to it. Okay, so the game's going to talk about a lot of things that that you just kind of have to figure out, but I'll go ahead and explain a few things now. You're going to hear them talk a lot about the Purge. What you need to know about the Purge for now, we'll explain it later. There's a group of people that are being forcefully moved from one locale to another. That's as simplistic as I can put it. I'll tell more about it as we learn more. But this right here is the save point.
A mess is what this is.
Well, thanks. So the save point, well, we have shops on the save point. Right now, all we have is the Unicorn Mart. We can buy potions in Phoenix Downs, which I'm not going to because I only have a little bit of money. Shops in this game are handled differently. I'll explain it later. I do like that the save point basically looks like a computer screen. That's kind of neat. I should actually save. Now, this is the file that I beat the game with, so I'm gonna go ahead and save over that. Yep, I just undid months worth of playtime. That's fine. We'll get it all back. No, I wanna cancel the save operation. Now, in previous games, save crystals, or save points rather, restored your HP and MP. They don't do that in this game. Why? Well, A, we don't have MP in this game. I'll talk more about that later. B, your HP is restored at the end of every battle. So, that makes healing outside of battle something you don't do in this game. Oh, many and various enemies stalk the roads that you must travel. Upon entering an enemy's detection radius, the minimap in the upper right corner of the screen will flash in warning. Coming into contact with any enemy will initiate a battle. So like Final Fantasy XII, enemies are just roaming around, or Chrono Trigger. And if you get too close within their attack radius, you sort of aggro them. Oh, by the way, we have access to status, we have access to abilities, we have equipment. She has a sword, blaze fire saber, and an accessory, one accessory slot. He has some guns and an accessory slot. That's all we have for now. We'll learn more about this stuff later. Inventory, I have some potions. These are my weapons. Accessories, which I have nothing. Components, nothing. And key items. Unicorn Mart, data log, survival knife, Lightning's birthday present, and a Gravcon unit. The data log, you can look at the data log to basically keep up with what's going on in the game's story. If you want to look at that, go ahead. I'll just tell you things as we go. But yeah, if you get close to enemies, you fight them. But unlike Final Fantasy XII, and like every Final Fantasy game before that, we actually have a separate battle screen this time. I've noticed that when Final Fantasy games try to do something new, like they'll have one game that does something new, and then their next game, they'll go back to the way they always did it, and then every game after that, they'll stick with a new thing. So like they started the whole no separate battle screen in Final Fantasy XII. They went back to separate battle screens for this game, and every game after that has done away with it. Yeah, I don't actually know what this is. Ow? Well, keep up, brother. When you see a blue circle like that, that's a context-sensitive thing that I can it basically just means I can jump over something. The army came out to play. I want to play. But yeah, he called Lightning a soldier. So she used to be some sort of soldier. Her name is, and she's named after a weather phenomenon. Gee, she's totally not a ripoff of some iconic Final Fantasy character. Yeah, plenty of people have called her Girl Cloud. I will tell you right now, I like Lightning worlds better than Cloud. She's actually a very interesting character and has some really nice development. Lightning is a-okay with me. I don't know if she's one of my favorites in this series, but she's definitely one of my favorites in this game. Oh, Blitz. This auto battle chose that for me. Blitz uses up 2 ATB bars, but it has a wide attack radius, so it can hit multiple enemies. So that's kind of neat. I'll show you something else. I just pressed the triangle button just now, which as soon as that first attack command was ready, it just executed that. You can do that. There are times you might want to do that where you're charging up for an attack, you're charging up for a bunch of attacks. You can just cut it early by pressing the triangle button, and it'll just execute the commands that have been charged up, rather than waiting for it to charge up to all of them. And let's see, that right there is a treasure sphere. Brother, I hear you. I know exactly what you mean, dude. But I like this. This right here is a treasure chest. Yeah. I got a potion. Yeah, you open it and it kind of like deactivates, and it shows up on your map. And oh yeah, let me go ahead and show you our map. That's very complicated, I know. That is one of the criticisms of this game, is that it's very linear, but what are you gonna do?
Not wanting to get purged, I get. But taking on trained soldiers?
Better to die than get sent to Pulse. It's hell without the Brimstone.
Hell without the Brimstone.
Yeah, well, hell's not sounding too bad. Because this place ain't exactly paradise.
Domesticated peacekeepers. Nothing to worry about.
Maybe not for a soldier girl, but I'm trying to say, hey.
Oh, that voice actor's so good. Yeah, big killer cyberpunk dogs. Totally nothing to worry about. Anyway. Yeah, see, she's just gonna, if I select auto battle, she's just gonna do blitz every single time. If I wanna, like, manually choose my commands, I go into abilities. And yeah, as you can see, that gauge filled up, and it staggered him. Again, I'll explain this stuff in better detail later. What you need to know about stagger is, for right now, it makes your enemies more squishy. There's way more to it than that, but I don't want to overload you too much, so I will explain more of it later. And let's oh, get out of my way, old man. If you go up here, yeah, some treasure over here. 2 potions. And then another save point if you really need it. This game does kind of give out save points like candy. Yeah. We got more soldiers. Oh, this guy's flying. He's a... I'll talk about him later. Anyway, these are SciComm enforcers. That's the SciComm aerial recon. But yeah, if your health gets too low, just use a potion. You won't run out of potions anytime soon. Not before they go obsolete, anyway. And they will go obsolete. I like as a character's HP gets into critical, the whole screen starts kind of getting a red saturation to it. It lets you know, oh crap, you're in trouble. Alright, well, what do I do now? I'm missing something. Oh, little staircase here. Hello, treasure sphere. An iron bangle. That is an accessory I will give to Lightning for now. It just increases her HP a little bit. And as you notice, we're not really getting experience at the end of battles. We're not getting money. If we can't even level up at this point. I don't even know if we're getting the means to level up. I'll have to look for our next battle to see if we are, but I don't think we are. He said something about murder, cold-blooded murder. Alright, so we got some more of these guys. Yeah, so right now, the battles seem useless because we can't even level up. Do we at least get, Yeah, we don't even get the thing we need to level up. Like, we don't get this game's version of experience. Ah, well, that comes later. So I guess technically a lot of these battles are useless. Well, I should shut up about that.
Preemptive strike.
Rebels. So much for the element of surprise.
Yeah, not exactly a preemptive strike. And he called us a rebel. Oh, yeah, it's gonna tell us to use items. I don't need to do that. I don't know why he wants us to use items. I mean, like, I love potions, but I don't know that we'll need them. We might. And don't worry about stagger for now. I'll explain it in more detail later. I like this battle music too. It's really good. I'm getting tons of potions at the end of battles, so that's nice. Oh, I'll go ahead and explain, mention something now. Uh-oh. That could be trouble. See, now the frame rate's chuggy again. It does that.
Do we turn back?
There's no time.
Then what do you suggest we do?
Quiet.
Hey! Wait! No, don't leave me!
Saz, you just wanted to grab her.
Only way out of here.
Ow. Good job, you busted it.
That might get us across. Right there. Right?
Looks that way.
You know, I gotta say, Lightning's awfully forgiving right now. Because thanks to him, her little gizmo broke. And she could have yelled at him. But she was actually pretty nice about it. He was like, that might get us across. And she's like, yeah, I guess so. This is what we gotta do. Like, what she didn't say was, yeah, we have to do it because you busted my gizmo. I want to fight these enemies first. So I was gonna say, now, I mentioned that this game is the first of a sequel, of a trilogy, right? So, that begs the question, will I Let's Play the sequels? And the answer is an easy maybe. So, I have heard that as bad as the PC port for this game is, the PC port for, Final Fantasy 13-2 is even worse. Oh, I'm gonna have to heal up here in a minute. Let's go ahead and heal up with a potion. Like I said, it hits everybody, so that's nice. Yeah, I've heard that the PC port for 13-2 is even worse than this one. So I'm very hesitant. I've heard that the PC port for Lightning Returns is not so bad. Though there are fixes you can download for 13.2. I will at least... Okay, I did buy them on Steam. I bought them for Black Friday, so they were very cheap. So because I didn't feel like paying full price, so I thought, you know, I'll at least do that. I will test run them and see how good they are. If they run stable enough, then I'll let's play them. Whether or not I enjoy them is irrelevant. If I can run them, I will definitely let's play them. If they're Final Fantasy, I'm going to enjoy them. That's not the issue. It looks like there's a pathway here, but I don't see any way to get here. All right, well, that'll work. I guess there was nothing there. I hope there was nothing there. All right, let's go this way. Let's jump over here. Ah, so when you see a red circle like that, that's something that you can interact with, a context-sensitive thing that you can interact with. All right. Well, let's take on these guys. Oh, come on, Saz.
D4Ts, are we? Weapons down. I'd hate for this to turn ugly.
Like your mom. Ooh.
He wants to kill us without a fight.
Oh, thank you, Lightning, for translating.
Time's up.
All right, well, we got a boss, massive air quotes, attack chain tutorial. You know, I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna take out the enforcers first, and I'll explain things in my own way. You know what? I want to just stick to attack command. Yeah, I held down the right control D-pad, and it allowed me to repeat the last commands that I manually entered, which were attack twice. So it's telling us about the chain gauge. So as you attack an enemy, okay, hang on, need to heal up. As you attack an enemy, the chain gauge builds up. That's what that gauge under him is. It builds up and the multiplier increases too. Now the multiplier essentially is a percentage that damages, or that increases the amount of damage that you do to him. When you stagger an enemy, when the gauge reaches the top, it slowly begins to deplete. But during that time, he is in stagger mode. He's a lot more vulnerable, and the damage multiplier goes up a lot more as you land hits on him. So the more you hit him, the more squishy he becomes until the chain gauge runs out. What's your sign?
What? Classified military info? Huh? What's the matter? You quit, didn't you?
Also, we got a
Think
credit
you
chip
wanna
from
go
that
out there
battle.
and just tell everybody your secrets?
See. My angle. I'm after the Foul Sea.
What you need to know for now is the Foul Sea are basically godlike. The Foul Sea is a godlike entity. That's what we need to know for right now.
Still happy you tagged along.
Hmm.
Didn't have a choice.
Huh. Well, that's all about.
On behalf of the good citizens, I would like to thank our brave false
Sanctum Primarch.
express our best wishes for a successful relocation. Your noble and selfless sacrifice ensures the continued safety and peace of our society. Were it not for this remarkable gesture, every resident of Cocoon, your family, your friends, your neighbors, would be exposed to the dangers of the world below.
This is a peaceful relocation.
Participating in this migration.
Migration? More like extermination.
Huge. You stay here.
So sorry. I didn't mean to.
These people need heroes.
Well, alright then, let's give him some heroes.
Here. You keep your cool, and they will too. You got it?
Got it.
I love this music, it's so epic.
What's our motto?
The army's no match for Nora.
Whoa, what the heck is Nora?
Attaboy.
The Resistance Front. Alright, well now we're controlling this guy named Snow. But I'm not gonna hang around. I'm gonna find a save point and end off the video. Now I like how the Sanctum Primarch, he was basically like, oh yeah, well we just wanted to congratulate everybody for agreeing to this peaceful relocation. You made a wise choice. Yeah, they clearly didn't have a choice. Yeah, it's all over. Yeah, these all look like refugees of some sort. There's little children here. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just gonna hit this save point right here. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna end off the video here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make two separate save points. Just so we can, no, there we go. Just so we have two, so I have a backup to always fall back on. But yeah, this is gonna be my new Let's Play, Final Fantasy XIII. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be a big one, because I did a test run of the whole game, and it took me a while to beat it. Of course, I had some issues, some recording issues, or some compatibility issues, but I think I sorted them out. So we should be able to play this game for reals, yo. And I'm excited for it. So thank you all so much for watching. My name's 480 Volts. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And Snow will see you next time. Peaces!